Hey profile builders, in this video I want to show you how to find any contact for any publication that you will ever want to be featured on. Dun dun dun! In particular, if you want to send a pitch to an editor. Now, as I mentioned in the past video, there are a few things. You have journalists, these are or contributors, they are the one that write for the publication. Then you have the editors. The editors are the one that actually put the stamp of approval to a contributor, and they are the one hiring the contributors. They are the one as well that are making sure that are in charge of the content that is going to go out. Basically, they are your best friends in any publication. They are your best friends. They are the people that you want to reach out to, and this is how you can find any contact of any editors. I picked actually some of the most difficult publication to get in, which is Forbes and Entrepreneur. I'm gonna show you how to find them, and it's super easy. Google them. Yes, Google them. How do we find editors? Forbes editors contacts on Google. Here you go. They're already there. So you click on the result that you get, and it will give you the contact page. Every publication has a contact page with their press email address. I'm going to give you also a sneaky tip on how to find any direct contact email of anyone that you see. But let's say I'll give it to you at the end of the video. So here you see already the editorial links, and you have submit story pitches to ideas@forbes.com. So that's how you connect with editors. And to submit your story pitch, we did the pitch, for example, for Haro. Do you remember the one? If you haven't watched the video on how to use Haro, there is a template of submitting that pitch. It works for Haro. It works for this one as well. So the pitch is exactly the same. You can use that template, that model. It absolutely works. And then you can go into Ideas at Forbes and pitch your idea. Ideally something which is time. Look for something that is relevant. I've recorded before the video on 5 ways to get featured. So in what journalists are looking for, that doesn't change. That's how you gotta put what you gotta put in your pitch. So, but this is now you're finding this is how you find a contact. Here you go. Now, I did the same for Entrepreneur Magazine. You go Entrepreneur Magazine, contact editors, Entrepreneur Magazine on Google. Here you go, contact us page on Entrepreneur. You go there, and it will tell you immediately they have different department: advertisement, editorial, editor-in-chief, editorial director. Jason, you have done. You have the different editorial by department. So, for example, if there is anything about growth, startup, finance, every department will have their specific editor. And if I have now this information, because this is amazing, because now it gives me the editorial by department and the director's one, I will copy them all in the same email. So as you can see, to find this is how you find when you know the name of every person that works there. To find their specific email address, any magazine uses this formula, which is initial for the first name. This is the sneaky trip. Trip? No, not trip. This is the sneaky tip. Initial first name plus last name at then website, entrepreneur.com. In fact, you have J. Pfeiffer at entrepreneur.com, D. Bova at entrepreneur.com. So that's how you find any email address. Every single magazine, whether it's online publication or offline publication, works in this way. So once, for example, you find the editor or maybe a journalist that writes for that particular platform, you can try and give it a go to put their initial of the first name, total of the surname at then the platform. And if the email doesn't bounce back, it means that actually is a real email, and that's you now have their direct email. So that's how you find editorial contacts, that now you connect with editors. So the difference now is that you're applying for a cold pitch. So make sure that your topic is a bit different, is relevant, is more about what can the reader get out of it, and why are you the person to write about this. And the great thing is that once you're in, and they create a contributor account for you, because that's now the difference between featured by a journalist and now having your own account by an editors. When you're featured by a journalist, that's your one feature. Is gone. They're not gonna, very unlikely they're going to feature you again, or they might take a few years before they call you back. However, if you now have your own account, you then can write as much as you want, or you can write as much as the editors want. And you are in control of what you're going to write about, not someone else writing about you. So it's generally a longer route to get in, but is the best one. In fact, if you had to focus on a goal, is to become a contributor rather than a feature. A feature is almost like the short-term gain that you have, but a long-term goal is to become an official contributor to the platform, because then you have literally zero or very little limits on how much you are going to write, and you're in control of writing the things that actually can position you as a leader in your industry. And that's what I want your goal to be in one specific platforms. So the others have the goal to be featured in, doesn't matter. But at least one or two platforms that you say, this year, my goal is to become a contributor of this one platform. And then you create a connection, you go around, connect with journalists, connect with editors to get that particular spot. Sounds cool? All right. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. And actually, before you go to the next video, this is the task for today. Go in the list, the list that you have created of the magazines that I told you, that I asked you in the last video. Yeah, I asked you to create a list of the magazine that you would like to be featured on, whether it's a niche or mainstream. Then I want you to find the editors and at least contact 5 of them. Five. At least 5. Bonus point if you contact them all. I mean, while you're in, contact the freaking all. But if you're like strapped with time, or say, sending 20 emails is too much, send 5. Ideally all. Alright? Cool. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.